В предишния епизод на Камифуда върнах се за повторен дуел при Викс и отново успях да я напердаша, смесвайки елдърманство и сакроманство. Това не ми помогна да спя особено добре и за поредна нощ сънувах кошмари. Следващия ден не беше по-свеж. Не понесох погребението на Трент и излязох по средата. Това ми даде възможност да си поговоря с Три, а после и с Еви. Последната ми сподели, че е започнала да разгадава книгата, която й дадох, и реших, че мога да очаквам резултати скоро. Междувременно обаче можех да се отдам на игра на Камифуда. Добре, продължаваме с диалозите. Нека видим какво ме очаква в резиденцията. Glomrod's lamplight burns especially bright today. It gives the residence halls a bright ambience that is sorely missed, if not uncharacteristic. I hold with me a small bundle of texts in practicums of eldermancy. Recommendations from Tree to bolster my Kamifuda studies, seeing as Vix, unsurprisingly, is not the most thorough teacher in the club. I nearly turned the corner into the western wing when a chorus of angry calls pricked my ears. Leaning out of a fifth floor window, our resident Berserker 7 seems to be nervously plating at something. Okay, little fellas, take it easy now. Just give those back, okay? A pair of crows on the windows seem to be holding a bundle of well-inked notepaper. And with each inch she approaches, the birds call and hop a step closer to the edge. Whoa there, little guy. Okay? Just come back over here. I promise I won't be mad. Say, if I grow feathers too, will you be as cordial to me as the birds? She whips around in a startled frenzy. Tarot! I point over her shoulder. They eat your homework or something. Little fuckers won't give me back my documents. Your documents? We are a business school now? Well, we are certainly not a comedy troupe. So please, for everyone, stop trying. I roll my eyes. There's no winning with this one. I press two fingers to my lips and blow a high-pitched whistle. It isn't a perfect imitation by any means, but with any luck they'll have recognized me from all my chats with Quiz. The birds call once, then tilt their heads. I approach slowly, then hold out my empty hands, a bit beneath, away from their heads, just as he does, pardon. The birds reluctantly drop the papers. I scoop them up quickly before a stray breeze takes them, and wave as the crows decide to glide away. Pardon. How did you do that? Just mimic Quiz. He hangs out by this window talking with the whole murder of them most afternoons. Figure they've seen me enough by now to be kind of friendly. I hand her the stack of papers. They're a bit crumpled from the crow's rough handling, but otherwise undamaged. The format of writing is reminiscent of all that Shakespeare I remember being forced to read in middle and high school. And the font is clearly Courier. Stage or screenplay? Stage play. She sinks into an awkward silence. There is a space or two when I'm sure she's going to open her mouth to thank me. But it never comes. I think back to my last conversation with Ihram. Losing her mother, finding out her dad basically conceived her via a deal with an eldritch devil. That's gotta be a tough year. But then I think about my last conversation with her and how much rougher a year she's making mine. Put it all behind you. Try to be her friend. Look, Seven, I hope I'm not reading too much into all this, but do you mind if we just start over? I feel like we got off on a bit of a wrong foot. Yeah, I mean, this whole school, the Pact Sworn situation, magic, it's all new to me. A month ago, I would have thought all this stuff was crazy. Well, honestly, I still kinda do. Point is, this was all kind of thrust upon me really suddenly, but if I'm going to be here, I'd like to make the best of it. I mean, what else can we do, right? She stares at her feet for the briefest of moments, and just when I think she's about to slam me with another verbal lashing. I understand feeling that way. Not really wanting any of this, I mean. Yeah, I thought you might. Look, for the sake of transparency, I did coincidentally learn a bit more about you. You know, about your name and stuff through the grapevine. Oh, she rubs the back of her neck awkwardly before releasing a pent-up sigh. Well, it's not exactly a state of secret or anything. I literally go by Seven. That you do. If it is any consolation, I didn't really get along with my folks either. Really? A lot of that going around. I chuckle. Families suck. Families suck. Do you think you'll ever make up with them? Like, that they do get better? Well, they didn't make it through the signing of my pact, so to speak. Oh, I'm sorry, Tarot. I lost my mom last year, so I get it. Or, I mean, I kind of get it anyway. Thanks. Yeah, it was complicated with them. But thanks, really. If things had been different though, I knock my head back and find myself staring at the ceiling. I don't know, I think sometimes things heal with time and distance. And sometimes things really shouldn't be healed at all. Bonds of blood, familial love. They put it up on a pedestal for us. Like we're supposed to accept these people, no questions asked. No matter what they might do or how they might make us hurt. And you know what? That's bullshit. And anyone who tells you otherwise is either crazy or hasn't gone through it. And more importantly, I don't think that needs to be true. If it's all too much for you, Seven, then my advice, just go and live your own life. You don't owe anyone anything. And only you can decide whether a relationship with you, with your dad, is worth it to you. Alright, I think I'm done rambling now. You, always preach at random people you come across in the hallway? Only the ones so indebted to me, perhaps from a stage play rescue, that they would feel pressured into not interrupting me. She lets out a large bellow of a laugh. I gotta go. She starts to brush past me in a hurry, but stops on a dime. Seven raises one hand awkwardly and gives me a small punch on the shoulder before trotting off in a hurry. Well, suppose that's progress, right? Добре. Така и не разучихме Елдърманси, но нека да видим какво ще има да ми каже магазинера, плюс да си взема някоя друга карта. Окей, най-добрата карта в играта, както казах. Blood Ritual също така, много добре. Окей, има доста нови карти от водната школа. Extrinsic Thirst, Legendary Channel 10 Energy. Уохо, Complete Opponent Gains 10 Energy. Това е брутално. Feast, Gain Feast 1. Когато магията изостави, ти регенерираш едно резерв. Това не е ужасно, но не е толкова добре. You pass priority, gain 1 inhibit. Opponent passes. Opponent gains 1 inhibit. Ритуал, който не трябва да се завършва. Това и не трябва да го изпускаш обаче, така че не е гениално. Gain inhibit 3, затова Sorcery, Abandon, Opponent gains inhibit 7, Delay. Това не е ужасно, но не е и прекрасно, честно казано. При Strike 7, това е чудесна карта, по принцип. Това е чудесна карта, при Strike 7. Но често казвам, Decrepify е нещо, което си взема сега в момента. И Blood Ritual се чуди, но Decrepify може би. Другото, за което се чуди, е да Retributor. С то при Strike 7, това е чудесно. 7 при Strike. Не за друго, това генерира супер много избити карти, които дори няма да се биеш с тях реално. На никаква цена на практика. Това също е много добро. Защото може да си го връщаш, ама пък да хабиш едно за минус 7 не е гениално. Може би взема това. Винаги съм си мислил, че е много яка карта. Бекинг Ломрод. Хайде да видим какъв е следващия ми дуел. Early that evening, I make my way to the club room for my scheduled training. The nerves I used to feel going toe-to-toe with someone throwing literal balls of lightning and fire at me has surprisingly abated. Practice does make perfect, I suppose. Still, I'm not sure I feel confident I could perform outside of releasing the energy of Kamifuda cards. And to top it off, Tree's learning regimen is so intensive, I find myself having hardly enough time to sleep, let alone actually digest any of the material the other club members are spewing at me. Inside I find Evie, sitting at one of the tables. She works over a small collection of books and notepads with very neat looking scribbles in blue ink. I spot the book I lent her the other day, the one from Trent's room. Tarot! Hey Evie, you working on the translation? Yes. I slip into the seat across from her. Alright, let's hear the scoop. This text is fascinating. There it is. There are traces of several different dialects. I'll likely need many more references before I can properly gather any information from it. I glance at her complexion. She looks a little tired, though not lacking for energy, I suppose. Sounds like tough work. Don't push yourself, alright? I don't really mind. I flash her a smile. Lucky me. So I guess this means you're my tutor today. I suppose I'm supposed to teach you the basics of primal magic. Is there something wrong with that? If so, I mean, you could probably pull the wool over my eyes without me knowing the difference, honestly. She shakes her head, trying to pull her composure back together. No, all disciplines of primal magic are useful in their own right. I'm particularly fond of hydromancy, the manipulation of water and ice. But after hearing the last few disciplines you've been learning about... Ah, yeah. I guess sacrificial blood magic is a bit more flashy than throwing water at people. But honestly, Evie, I just need this lesson so I don't get thrown into a dark hole again. You're doing me a huge favor. Besides, I've always wanted to learn how to make an instant snowman. So should we get down to it? Нека видим какво тесте да избера. Имам някаква идея какво бих искал. Със сигурност обаче може би така ще избера повече Soul Steel, за да мога да се хелвам по-често. Decrepify е чудесна магия, просто трябва ми някакъв начин кръвта, която жертвам, да се обръща в загуба за врага. Като цял Blood Curse не е лош вариант също, може би. Ще разкарам един Flash Eater за сметка на така един интрал или за сметка на един Blood Curse допълнителен, който аз нямам всъщност, така че Blood Rights. Нека да пробваме така. Пак Sacromancy с Eldermancy. Gain 1 energy, opponent gains 1 energy. Looks like you've picked up a thing or two from Vix. Believe me, it wasn't easy. I bribed her with a stolen flute to explain this card to me. Gain 8 reserve cure. Не е идеално. Сега ще ми прецака тази ситуация тук, но окей, да. То съм добре този ход. И ще запазя една карта също така. Ще натрупа ми кръв. Доста съм добре. Две на ход отгоре. Чува се дали си струва. Ай, накрая на хода ще реша. Ентрол. Повече карти почти сигурно ще ми трябват обаче. Така че тъй или иначе нека ги дръпна. Аз нямам 7 в ръката, които да изиграят тъй или иначе. Blood Curse, ето го. Това чаках. Ой. Ако опонента пасне приоритито... Аха. Аз буквално почти нямам 5. Айде. Obliterate. Gain 1 energy. При блокада. Careful, those cards are dangerous. Really, but sacrificial blood magic seemed so safe. Просто че този ритуал не трябва да минава. 3 Regeneration не трябва да минава. Осем резерв. Нъмбинг. Да, това е по-добрия вариант. По-малко кръв, ама се тая. 8 сакрилич, 14 на ход. Ще остана с 40, пак ще съм нагоре. You mean by my dueling skills? Is something wrong? I'm not sure. Тоягата, айде. Тя остана съвсем без карти. Значи им 14 от това инхибит, не. О, не. Двайсет имам тука. Съм сигурен доколко... За жалост нямам добра карта с нуличка. Няма смисъл да се мъча този път. 8-14. 3. И трябва да сме окей. Защото ще взема много кръв. Четири. Blood Ritual ще замине. Много скоро ще замине. Не е Blood Ritual, но окей. Там да тръгнем. Gain Reserve 8. Не е зле, като за начален ход. Бих казал така един вампиризъм тука. Съм просто с много по-силни ходове. Но това ми трябва. То Blood Ritual ми бяга и сей ми бяга. Хайде да видим. Четири шилдинг. Points gain inhibit 3. Нямам какво да изигра. Буквално нямам какво да изигра. Ако го изигра, това може да се самоубия. Следващия ход. 17 съм назад. Ако тя няма какво да изиграе, ще е добре за мен. Не, има какво да изиграе. Аз губя най-вероятно. Не губя. Та карта умира. Инхибит, добре, би трябвало да бия. Айде. Много добре. Слаба награда, но пък нещо. И много пари. Your spell's so heavy. I take a moment to catch my breath. Nice, Heavy. Is it just me, or have you gotten quite a bit stronger since our last bout? I spent a lot of time experimenting with my deck. Tarot, are you sure you've never channeled Kamifuda cards before? Or cast spells? Her question makes me a bit uneasy, but the answer is simple enough. Yeah, I'm sure. I am fresh like a daisy. Why do you ask? It's just... most people spend a lot of time learning to draw the full extent of each card's potential. And even then, the others in the club need to pace themselves. But with you, you seem to pour every drop of strength from the cards with each cast. Like straining a soaked sponge. Which means you've either practiced a lot, or you have incredible stamina for casting. Oh well, that's good to know. Maybe I need to make a point of taking it a little easier. The rest of the night passes by much slower as she dives into the practicums of controlling water-based spells. Though the practical uses of hydromancy are quickly apparent, instant snowmen aside, water purification, temperature control, managing hydration, the primal fields seem much more useful than I originally deemed. On my way out of the club room, I stop by a silhouette waiting in the hallway. As the door shuts behind me, he illuminates himself with a pair of firefly lanterns. Hello, boy. Finishing a bit of training? I flinch. Was he waiting just for me? Yes, actually. Evie just finished giving me a particularly thorough lesson of hydromancy. He stares blankly at my response. And how goes the practical lessons? Practical lessons? The duel started. Oh, good. I won actually. Another blank stare, my shoulders begin to tense. I had taken time to speak with a number of other club members. By my record, you've won every duel you've participated in so far. Yeah, that's true. Though I think they've been going easy on me. Perhaps. I catch a blur under his coattails. Just before a pulse of light illuminates the hallway, I'm forced to shield my eyes. When I rub the pain away, I'm surrounded by a spiraling arrangement of 1,000 or so firefly jars. He watches me with the patience of stone. How is your mind, Tarot? Have you experienced any lapses in time? I feel my heart pulsing in my veins, faster and faster. I don't think so. You will answer with certainty. Yes or no? To your knowledge, have you lost or gained Anytime since your arrival in Glomrod. There is a tingling in my fingers, though it feels hot rather than numb. I feel short of breath. One wrong answer and I go back, huh? Is that what it is? And his damned fireflies will know. But the truth is, I don't know the answer to this question. My days have been strange lately. I haven't been sleeping much, if at all, actually, and they've all begun to blur together. But there are times I wake and swear I've already lived through it once before. Little traces of deja vu, stronger than usual. There are times I wake up in the middle of a hallway and I've no rightly idea what I was even doing. And yet, what if I'm just paranoid? What if it's all because of some insomnia or stress? No. My answer is clear in performance, if not in intention. The fireflies flicker rather than flare. A dim response, though a response nonetheless. Professor Iharam watches them closely for 10, 15, even 20 seconds. He eyes me with clear suspicion, but with an easy snap, his jar all spin and melt into one on his belt, again in a flash of amber lightning. He opens his mouth to speak, but perhaps upon seeing the look on my face, decides against it. Have a pleasant night, Tarot. And do get some rest. He pats me on the shoulder, then heads back in the direction of the faculty offices, taking the light of the fireflies with him. When he is finally out of earshot, I exhale for the first time in minutes. Fuck. What even was that? No, I know exactly what that was. He suspects I've been fucking with time again. And for all I know, he's right. I pinch the bridge of my nose. If I'm going to last any longer in this place, I need to figure out a way to control whatever this is. And I need to do so without raising anyone's suspicion. Like so often lately, I let out a weary sigh. Get some rest, Tarot, huh? I hadn't realized Ihram was a comedian. Нови места. Счупения печат. Също така, окей. Нека да идем в тренировъчния салон. Пак 3 школи, които не държа. А не, всъщност сакроманс е нещо, на което бих се зарадвал и така. Това си е мода школа, деца вика. Така, няма нищо тук. Мога да отида да си купя карта. Със сигурно ще отида при 3 след това, най-вероятно. Но първо искам да видя магазинчето, какво става. Нещо ново има ли от нашия човек? Карти има със сигурност. Legendary Veil, Unbreakable, Vampirism, Lose, 5 Reserve. Wow, Legendary, окей. Veil, добре. Unbreakable, this spell can only be destroyed by damage. Dreadfast. Не е толкова зле, не е толкова добре обаче. Ядем, това какво е? Legendary, Abandon, Consume 20. Вау. Вау. The fuck is this? Това са някакви инста-килове, според мен. Директно вкарваш някакъв брутален демидж за всяка карта, която е abandon или какво беше там. Draw all zero energy cost spells from your resting. Sorcery, Chromatic Blast. Има интересни магии, които мога да правиш някакви тежки комбота, според мен. Fulmination, добре. Ruination, Legendary, Gain 3 Inhibit. Gain 3 inhibition. Уф, това е зле. Soul Steel е чудесна карта, между другото. И за сега не съм сигурен на къде да поема и затова ще запазя, може би, колкото се може повече парички. Това е много интересна магия. Copy Dispel. Това също е много интересно. Но това е чудесно. Защото това ти е реално 20. Ако го каснеш в началото. На това на всички линии. Бекинг Ломрот.